Hello and welcome back to episode 551 on the MCR. My name is Mac. Today I'm going to be talking about 7 things we can do to get our republic back and run the scumbags out of office and replace them with good, decent people, hopefully, who care about this country and not just about how much money they can make for themselves, their family, and their friends. Before I get into that, though, we have an announcement that this will be our last video until July 18th. That's Monday, July 18th. TJ and I and the others are going to take a little vacation here. Getting a little burned out after 3.5 years, but we're going to do what we can to dive into the election season and hammer home the people that need to go and the people that need to come. And with that said, I'm going to talk about 7 amendments to the Constitution that would solve the vast majority of our problems with our current government. Now, these are not my ideas, but I did see them in the general section on Retalk. I was very impressed with them. They're all good ideas, I believe. And so I don't know who to give credit to for this because there wasn't a name attached to it that I remember. So let's get into it. The first one, term limits. I used to be opposed to term limits, but the more and more I see, the more and more I know that people can't serve more than 2 terms. 2 terms in the House, 2 terms in the Senate. I would also propose that the Senate term go to 4 years. These people get elected, they know they have 6 years, and then they get in and then screw over their constituents, a la Mitt Romney and others. I won't dredge on about that. So that would be the first one, term limits. The second one would be a constitutional amendment limiting the number of justices on the Supreme Court to 9. It's worked very well for an awful long time. Franklin Roosevelt wanted to increase the numbers on the Supreme Court so he could push his communist agenda. And now the modern day communists want to do the same thing. They're only a Senate seat away or so from being able to do that. If they had the votes, they would have done it by now. They want to make D.C. a state so that they can get 2 more Senate seats. That would give them the majority they want. A balanced budget with no tax increases, only spending cuts. Folks, we're $30 trillion in debt. We're essentially bankrupt. We have no money for anything. Certainly not to be giving away to Ukraine, other countries around the world who badmouth us, call us scum, wish us the worst, chant death to America. It's time that they got responsible like all of us. I mean, the president tells us to suck it up with gas prices. But, hey, why don't they suck it up? Why don't they get the hell out? That's what I'd really like. All 535 of them, with the exception of a few, can go. The third one would be right-to-work laws in states like Texas and Michigan. And I believe Florida is another state that has that. You should not be compelled to join a labor union if you don't want to. If you want to, that's legal. Unionization of a workforce is legal. If it's such a great idea, why do they have to force people to do it? See, this would take a lot of power away from unions, which de facto takes a lot of power away from Democrats. It's long been my suspicion, like the Ukraine, that they money launder through these labor unions. The people. Now, I'm not talking about the rank and file. I'm talking about the brass. These are the guys that screw over people, make their life good, and to hell with everybody else. The fourth one would be stand your ground laws. Every person has a right to his own life. And to do that, you have to be able to defend that life. And to do that, you need the ability to do it. And I think you know what I'm saying here. You shouldn't have to flee from a criminal coming into your home or stopping you on the street or trying to get you out of your car. That's just BS. The next one. Congress must abide by all laws, no exception. No more Cadillac health care insurance for them. They make enough money, they can pay for their own insurance. Americans do it. Or they can join Blue Cross, Blue Shield, the blah, blah, blah insurance company, and this would take some of the steam out of their ability to impose on us what they don't have to endure themselves. Securing the borders north and south is the next one. This seems like a no-brainer, but we need a constitutional amendment holding the administration responsible and making it an impeachable offense to fail to do so. Our borders are wide open. We all know why. Future Democrats running across the border, getting on welfare, living it up, living better than our veterans, being victims themselves of people because they're in the country illegally, so they have to put up with hey baby, put out, or I'm going to call immigration, or you're going to work extra hours for free at your job because you have to be worried about the boss calling immigration on you. So those things. So if we did those things, and these are not impossible tasks by a long shot, but we're going to have to replace these people that are currently there because they're never going to do it. We need to get a convention of states and amend the Constitution. If Democrats really wanted to do something about the cry for abortion, that's what they would call for, but they're afraid to do that because once you open the gate, everything is on the table. So with that, as we always say, be safe, watch your six, don't tread on me. We'll see you Monday, July 18th. God bless America. Be safe.